Hello, I wanted to talk about the way that one of the specific ways in my nature, I don't mean that as esoterically as it sounds, that theistic God, that theistic God made me. As I'm listening to these videos, I'm starting to realize that I say things that are like blatantly contradictory like that. I've never listened to myself talk before and watch back the videos. I watch back all the videos. So yeah, I'm going to start laughing more because it's pretty funny. But anyway, Um, like I get like the theistic God, and then saying I'm not going to be esoteric. I get it. It sounds contradictory. It's not though. It makes sense. If you just think about it hard enough and you understand the philosophy in my head is I communicate it in a way that it is the same philosophy in your head. All right. So need to clip my nails. Anyway, don't need to, but maybe I will. So anyway, back to it. Yes. So I believe that one of the things that is in my nature is for people not to know whether I'm real or fake. Like, kind of like an illusion in a way, but not really, not an illusion, as in using an example from history or what have you, but an illusion. Like something like a mirage or something, right? Um, like, for example, I've found that putting people in situations where they believe that there's a 1% chance that there is a possibility that their reality is a standard deviation significantly different than what it is now will radically alter their behavior in a way for the good. But anyway, so I just feel like I said something that's contradictory, but I just don't see it. I don't hear it. So anyway, basically, for example, the video before this, Gen Z's having a 10% suicide rate. Is that real or fake? I don't know, which is why I'm able to communicate in a way to where you don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I just said that, but it sounds true. And I believe that whenever you say something that is satisfying like that, that there is an oxymoron in there, that if you philosophize enough, you can get to the end and have a logical, satisfying, real, applicable truth that is eternal. So, yes, at the end of the day, that's very, like, let me give you an example. You have someone who is very, not, they are an anti-skeptic, right? They believe everything anyone tells them or everything that, not institutions, but just like whatever their media is throughout the day, right? They generally believe, okay, this is true. You know, they don't believe in objective truth, but whatever they mean by true, you know, um, not true. But basically, they're not true, right? That they believe it almost objectively. It seems like, and basically, you have so for example, something is like, let's say I know that I have a friend who is don't hang out with anyone now, but I have a friend who just got out of jail, so found out a lot of people aren't my friends. Basically everyone. The other ones I can't talk to because of, again, I need to get a lawyer to make sure that I'm not going to get in trouble if I talk to them because of legal issues that are like basically the people, the parole decided that without the people that are my friends in community asking for it, that to protect them, they needed to impose on me that I couldn't be around them. Therefore, I had no institutional support except my psychologically abusive parents, who I live with right now after I got out of jail. So yeah, should be done with parole in about 2 months, just about a little under 2 months. So yeah, I got out about a week ago. But anyway, there's a tick that. So found that out about me about a video ago, maybe a video or two. But yeah, so anyway, back to. So anyway, my friend, right? Anti-skeptic, believes just about everything their media tells you, not true truth, objectively true to them. And I decided, well, I didn't decide, but basically, imagine he went out into the night, right, in his yard, and he sees across in the forest over there a chupacabra, right? Let's say I'm wearing a chupacabra costume and I just come out, not like going like ooga booga booga like that and like screaming, but just, get into the nightlight from his fucking house a little bit to where he can see a chupacabra for 2 seconds and then walk away. That motherfucker for the next 6 months, before I were to tell him that I did that, is going to question everything, and he gets to learn a lesson by being put in a false reality where there's, because again, you don't want it to be like, okay, that's real. It's like, okay, I know I saw a chupacabra for 2 seconds, and I'm not going to disclose that, but it was 2 seconds. Was my mind playing tricks on me? The illusion makes it to where that person will think about it and change their behavior instead of living in a world where chupacabra exists and think, okay, that is something that exists. They're then going to think, is that true or not? And then apply that to everything else instead of just changing that one aspect of their lives, which is, okay, chupacabra, I saw that for 2 minutes walking around, making noises or something. If I wanted to have my phone make whatever a chupacabra would sound like. By the way, not that big of a deal if Bigfoot or chupacabras are real. They're just another genus of monkey, if that's the case. They could be real. They could be. But yeah. And again, like, would you say something? I would. Well, would you say something if you saw a chupacabra? Sorry, I didn't mean to wink like that, as in like a fucking trying to fucking put you in an illusion. There's no way I can convince you that I wasn't with that, because I already told you that that's how I am, because that's how the God made me. Sorry, that's stupid, but it's true. It's objectively true. Yeah, so, yeah. Dude, I'm glad I'm starting to laugh in these videos. I'm starting to I'm learning a lot about myself, because I knew that was true, but I hadn't realized how much I did it and how funny it is. I'm hoping that I get over it, so I can choose whether I get to laugh or not, so I can fuck with people more. I was holding it in a little bit earlier. Yeah. You want to know something? There's this video, this movie. It's called, oh God, it's a movie from 2018. I think it's called. It's a movie basically where it's real. By the way, it's a real torrent movie. They put it out in the theaters because the guy's fucking epic/psychotic, no, epic/evil, whatever you want to call him. Not psychotic. That's fucking a different thing. But basically, it's all on video screens. And basically, there are these people that drove someone to suicide, and so they filmed them with various camera angles and whatnot. Like, not various cameras, just various views to fuck with them and make them believe that they were going to die. It put them in a false reality, was what it did, to try to teach them a lesson. And other people on torrent saw, they're like, yeah, you can't do that. That's evil. And I would agree. Well, I think principally, did you try to explain it to them that there were some people that legitimately don't understand that there are consequences for their actions, and if they drive someone to suicide, they don't understand that that's like something that tangibly affected. It's weird, but someone who lives their whole life without consequences for their actions doesn't understand that there's a consequence for doing things like that. I understand it because I just think about it, and I know, yeah, that's hurting another human being to have them cause suicide. Now, you don't believe that probably, but hopefully you will, as I explain in other videos as I happen to talk about what I want. But basically, so yeah, torrent video, put in theaters, because the guy, I'm happy he did it, because I didn't know there was a torrent video until afterwards. And again, I don't know that for sure. It's just obvious by watching it that it's real. And the guy is a hacker, and that the girl in the beginning that is a hacker made to manage this false scenario, and that there's a girl in there that I believe was rescued because she did drive him to suicide, but it was like one comment where it was like, you should kill herself, and she was bad. And then you watch her in this, and it's like, she's obviously a good person. She's wearing a bathrobe in it, in case you wonder which one she is. And she gets saved out of it. And then it's obvious that the cuts of them dying are just different actors doing that. It's too cinematic too, a little bit, than I think would it be in real life. And the guy does something interesting where he puts them in something that they perceive to be a real scenario online of being trapped in a torrent evil situation that's dangerous for them. And then he starts acting like it's literally acting to the point to where it looks like he's fake. And at that point, they don't know whether it's real or not. Sorry, I have like 40 seconds left. They don't know whether it's real or not. They don't know whether it's fake acting. They think, okay, real situation that he put me in, but this guy's fake acting, so that means it's fake, and this is actually game night because they're doing a game night, and then they get trapped in the game night. And then after that, they think, well, hang on now. If it's fake acting, then wouldn't this be a fake situation? It might not be making sense. Just hear me out. And then you get to the point where the fourth level of thought, where it's, wait, okay, I actually don't know which is right and which is wrong in this situation. I didn't explain that very well because I only have 10 minutes. because I don't want to go over.